live?
No, we are now live. Welcome everyone to the Kyle after party, the Dr. Johnson after party. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, the interview. It was excellent. We went a little long, but I love it when that happens, especially when the guest is as amazing and interesting as Kyle is.
Hey, thanks.
But yeah, let's. We were gonna bring something up now in the after party that we could talk about that you were suggesting, Kyle. So why don't we start off with that?
Oh, you're talking about the appearance on Fox News?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. That's a bad place.
Yeah, it's a very bad place.
That's a bad place.
So, but I took I took Bill Maher's advice, which maybe is not always the best thing to do. But Bill Maher has this argument that essentially, like, you need to go where people are listening, right? Like, you need to go where the people are at. Sure. And Fox News is the most watched news channel in America, and so
That's too bad.
It is very too bad. It is very much.
This is why we need parental locks for people that fucking watch Fox News.
Yeah, for a lot of the adults.
Yes.
Yeah. It could be worse. They could be watching OAN, which is even worse. The One American Network, which is even worse. But
we don't hear about that in Canada. I don't even know what that is.
One American News Network. It is way to the right of Fox News. It is.
Wow, that's possible?
It's like it is definitely possible. Like, it's basically just like it's all pro-Trump stories and immigrant crime is the whole network.
Does the KKK advertise on it too?
They wouldn't surprise me if they did. It's pretty bad.
Wow, that is far right. Okay.
Anyway, but I got invited to come on because there was this controversy. So I'm well known for taking my stance that parents shouldn't lie to their kids about Santa Claus. And at the time, there was this substitute teacher who had busted the bubble for some first graders, and people were upset about it. And she got fired, as much as a substitute teacher can get fired, but she won't be coming back as a substitute teacher anymore. And so I thought I was being brought on to talk about that specifically. And just in general, we just kind of talked about lying to your kids about Santa or whatever,
or anything.
And they tried to straw man me into something horrible, awful, and I tried to correct them, and they talked over me a bunch or whatever. And I was a little like, should I really done that? But like I said, one guy actually did come and say, I'm off Fox News now. I'm not watching anymore because they were so unfair to you. And it's kind of made him realize that that's how unfair they are to everyone. And so I kind of felt it was worthwhile. So
it was a part victory. Good show.
It was a part victory. Yeah.
It's the fact that now he's realizing they're fucked up to people. Like,
yeah, well, what I assume what happened. Well, this is what has to happen, right? You have to have someone that you agree with go on there and then be abused, right? And you go, oh, that was really unfair, and then you realize, well, maybe I don't see the unfairness with the other people because I don't
like them. Yeah,
I don't agree with those other people, so I don't see the unfairness. But whenever you see it happen to someone that you do agree with, then right, it becomes obvious. So, cognitive biases and all that, it takes that's what it takes sometimes
to do that.
But
yeah.
What's on your tie, by the way, Kyle?
That is cool as shit.
It's just a tie pin. I did a boring tie pin. I have lightsaber tie pins and that kind of stuff, but
the tie itself kind of looks like a Van Gogh painting almost.
It does.
It's a Jerry Garcia tie.
Oh yeah.
Oh sweet.
Oh yeah.
If that helps.
Oh yeah.
So, I like these. I like these patterns. If you notice here and then there, those are both student artworks. I have a former student of mine, Jamie Marino, who does art, and those are both originals of his. This one over here is very, very Pollock-like. I really like it. Anyway.
I was digging the blue one behind you.
Yeah, the blue one's really good.
From a distance, it looks like the outside of a Borg ship.
I was
yeah, kind of does. Yeah. It's actually meant to match the blue wall, and the blue wall is TARDIS blue.
Nice.
I've got to get on this Doctor Who thing. Like I'm intimidated. Do I start from like the 60s? Do I start recently?
You got to start from the beginning.
Oh shit! That's like the next 10 years of my life.
No, it's not. Okay, so here's what you do. Here's what you do. I got the answer for you.
Okay.
Start with the 11th Doctor. Start with Matt Smith.
Okay.
It's called The 11th Hour. I think it's on Amazon Prime. I think that's where Doctor Who is now. Start there. You can start there without having any backstory or anything like that. And it goes great. And those are awesome stories. And Matt Smith is an awesome doctor.
I will start there.
You can start there, and then you can just keep going. Or when you're done with him, you could go back and start with the 9th Doctor. Either way you want to do it.
I've got to do this. I did the Star Wars thing finally. That's amazing. Now it's Doctor Who.
Cool.
I could never get into Doctor Who, and I'm sure the comments are going to blow up now with blasphemy.
Get him the fuck off.
Star Trek guy.
Randolph, we can no longer be friends.
Yeah, you said that before, and look at us now, still friends.
I know.
So if you want Star Trek,
maybe Doctor Who went back and fixed it.
Oh,
Here.
Star Trek! I love Star Trek's like my childhood.
Yeah,
it's my childhood.
The original series and the Next Generation are my two favorites.
That's it. Does any other one exist? No, they just don't
Voyager
exist.
was great.
Nice.
Nice.
These first two were really good. That's fantastic.
All to
A,
scale.
B, C, D, yeah.
This is what makes me be jealous that I'm a parent, because I can't own shit like that in my house.
You know what? But you know what that tells me? That tells me Kyle's the right guy to be teaching philosophy.
Exactly.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
But this is so, Jen, this is why it's in my office, though, not at home.
Okay. I see. I need an office. I work from home. My home is my office. So that's where I fucked up.
How old are your kids, Jen?
8. He's 8, and he is currently upstairs watching. I heard the ACA opening when I came back into the room, and I'm like, fuck, he's watching that again. God damn it.
My 11-year-old daughter, she's about 5 years ago, she came to me and said, because you were talking about Santa earlier, she said, I don't believe in Santa. It doesn't make sense, but I want to continue to pretend to believe because I like getting the presents.
Isn't that what it's about, though? Me and my mother had a point of contention with this. My mom stays with us. My mom stays with us, and she kept telling him Santa this and Santa that, and I'm like, no. And she's like, well, he's a kid, and the best thing, one of the best things with autism is that there's no gray. It's either it is or it isn't. So she looked at him and goes, well, do you believe in Santa? He laughed at her and went, no. And she goes, well, who gets the presents? He goes, Mom. And I'm like, fucking win. I'm telling you, that's the kid that's going to take over atheism is mine.
That's awesome.
He was what is that?
That's a tricorder.
Yeah.
Generation tricorder.
Holy shit, it is.
It looks like it's been customized.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Since we're doing it, I'll be right back.
Oh my God. By the way, you guys know that Shannon Q is debating Darth Dawkins right now.
I know.
Darth Dawkins.
I'm going to be debating with deflating atheism tomorrow.
I can't do the debate thing. I was never really good at it.
I'm looking forward to having
beautiful.
Fun.
Beautiful.
2 different eras? Oh, no, wait a sec. They're from the same era.
They're from the same one.
Yeah. The original series.
I can't get it. I think the batteries ran out. It actually makes the noise. Like you can actually ring into my office with the Star Trek.
Oh, that's awesome.
Poor Kyle doesn't have the Starfleet batteries.
Yeah, they don't last forever. Yeah, it's not. It's the batteries are out. But anyway.
Sorry, my kid pulled out my footrest on my computer chair, so if you see me fucking with shit, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had these working because he didn't put the stool back.
Well, he likes to swing the chair around, and the footstool gets in the way, so he just pushes it all the way fucking out. And I'm like, asshole. Fucking dick, really?
I almost put on my jersey or my Star Trek uniform.
I don't have a Star Trek. Well, I have a shirt. It's not a full uniform. I have a shirt. What I actually have a uniform for, and I've actually done academic talks in this, is the Orville. I have the Marlin show. Yeah,
Orville is awesome.
You can find that online. You can find the lecture online of me doing that, and then I have a book that I'm working on right now that's on the Orville.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that show.
I do too. It's so good.
He did such a good job with that.
Yeah,
I do think he rushes things through a bit because I kind of like the slower pace where they really think about things in Star Trek. But I still very much enjoy that show.
Yes, I think the new episodes might solve that problem because he's not going to be on Fox anymore. It's going to Hulu, and like with Black Mirror, Hulu's not going to have a limit on how long the episode can be, and so he's going to have the freedom. Nice. He's gonna have the freedom to kind of make episodes as long as he wants them.
And Hulu tends to play with their episode lengths too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes it'll be 45 minutes, sometimes they'll be hour-and-a-half episodes, and it'll be like episode 3 is an hour and a half.
Yeah,
just because they need the material.
Probably.
Yeah, well, I think he switched because Fox wanted to let him go, but because I think he just signed a deal with one of the NBC affiliates, not affiliates, but one of them. But anyway,
Family Guy or something, wasn't he? So
yeah. So, but anyway, I think that problem. I don't disagree with your critique of the first 2 seasons, but I think that might be a problem that's solved in the next ones because they got more.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm definitely checking that out though. Like
Oh, you won't be disappointed, Jen. You like Star Treks that I like. I know you will be happy.
Yeah, the first episode's a little shaky. They concentrate a little bit too much on the comedy. Just stick with it. By the 3rd or 4th episode, you'll be hooked.
It's the Game of Thrones theory. Everyone was like, "This is shit." I'm like, "Give it 4 episodes."
No, the first episode was fantastic.
Well, okay, I'm gonna be the snob. Are we ready for the snob moment? I was the book snob. I still am the book snob with it. So I didn't watch it until the 5th season because I'm like, this is gonna fuck everything. And then I'm like, wait, there's no more books. Like, I'm like, where's the fucking book? So I was like, fuck, now I have to watch it. And I was great until season 7.
Yeah,
I liked it all the way through.
Nope. No. No. No.
Uh-oh.
No.
What do we got here?
You're gonna close.
Star Trek, predicting the future since 1960.
1960s. Oh, my God.
Nice.
Oh my God. Yeah. This is like some Simpsons shit. Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I'm not sure what happened to IQ, but
Yep.
IQ, come back.
Yeah.
I'll do the Rose. Come back.
Inquisitive
Titanic,
Quandary.
Come back.
Yeah, my colleague William Urban actually has an article in the New York Times about The Simpsons predicting the future.
It's fucking creepy at this point.
yeah, especially since they did the Trump one too, right?
It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson fucked me up. I was like,
Yeah.
Is Matt Groening killing people in Hollywood? Maybe it's not the Clinton body count that we need to worry about. It's Matt Groening controlling the world.
Yeah, it's the Groening killing that we have to worry about now.
But no, Game
Hopefully
of
I
Thrones
don't show up on
sucked
Simpsons.
for 7 and 8, and you and I can argue this shit all night. You'll close Blue Eyes forever, bitch. Then why are you following Dick? Why? It was Stannis. It was John. When you fucking knew you're following broke dick motherfuckers that ain't doing shit. Why?
I thought the last seasons had the same problem that Randolph thought the Orville had. It was too fast. Everything else was good up at that point. It was nicely paced, maybe a little bit too slow at times, but then they just took off. They did so much in the last.
I don't want it.
But
what, John? What? The bitch is crazy, John. God, she's fucking crazy. I know sticking your dick in crazy. You guys don't see it very, right away. I understand. I am that crazy one. I know it's a pattern with me. I know.
That's brilliant, Randall.
I can't take credit for those. Somebody else made them. But
I just come here for the memes and shit, right? That's
I need to put more up.
That's the whole reason I'm here. Is I come here for the memes. I'm
waiting
to hear on the
my magnetic personality, but.
And by the way, there is some petty going on in that debate with Shannon tonight. Well, Ocean decided to make an appearance. In the chat. So.
For which debate?
Is he tearing a strip off of Darth, or?
No, it's the Darth Dawkins versus Shannon Q debate, and he's just
you heard of this guy, Kyle?
Have you heard of this? Oh,
you're lucky.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
A lot of people think he's a troll.
He's probably the perfect reason why we need to advocate for safe abortions in this country.
Yeah,
he's a poster child for that reason. Absolutely.
This is one of the best characters in Star Trek.
He is, and the uniform alone, fuck.
And he acted it so perfectly.
The uniform alone is like, how does that come on the screen and you're not like, oh, I got to find out this guy's story. What the fuck is going on here? It's like everyone's got the Starfleet shit, and he's like, I'm Napoleon, and I'm like, y'all better watch this motherfucker. He got too many medals.
Didn't he talk at an atheist convention?
Darth?
No, not Darth.
No.
Oh, I was like, Darth Dawkins?
John Delancey.
Yeah, John Delancey. Yeah. That's a good question.
I believe he did, because I remember watching it, and he did a speech at one of them.
Oh,
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. Well, because he's an
yeah,
atheist.
him and Patrick Stewart, they really put up a good performance and made it real easy for all the actors all the rest of them to follow in. But they had really good cast.
Yeah.
I saw some footage of Brent Spiner imitating Patrick Stewart's voice, and he was
really?
He phoned up Patrick Stewart's wife and started talking on the phone, and the whole audience was just laughing at the whole thing he was explaining.
This is awesome.
Yep, he did the Freedom from Religion Foundation debate in 2018.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yep, that's what he did.
Cool.
That's the convention I always wind up missing every year, because it's at this like weird fucking random time in this weird random place, and I'm like,
yeah,
we got to deal with American atheists being like, throw a pin on the fucking map, and this is where we're gonna be this year, and it's like, can y'all just pick a fucking place? Just one place. I just want to book tickets far enough in advance for them to be affordable. Can we keep a place, please? I think last year was Cleveland. Was it Cleveland?
So you want to have at least 6 months advance notice, basically.
That's the shit I like. I like 6 months advance notice, and I know what I'm doing, and
cool. That's good to know.
Where I'm gonna be. No, American Atheist is like, it's next week, and it's in fucking Quebec, and it's like, what the fuck, really? Like, okay, this is where we're going now. Get your passports.
We should do a convention for Canadian atheists, Randall.
Oh yeah.
Why is this not a thing? You know? Why is it not a thing already?
Well, finances, really.
Yeah, it costs money to put up events.
Yeah, but apparently, like, y'all are swimming in fucking money up there from what we're being told. Y'all are just rich. And
if that were true.
Really? Because we keep hearing that the Americans are swimming in money all the time.
Yeah.
No, only like 5 of us in the whole country are swimming in money.
Well, then you 5 keep getting all the publicity.
You know, the rest of us are broke as fuck.
Yeah, that sounds like Canada too.
Right? See, I don't know much about Canadian culture like that.
Well, come on up and visit us.
Yeah.
We'll be happy to show you and your kid around.
I should come back. I haven't been to
Canada. Bring your kid.
Forever.
Making a nice family trip.
Randolph and I will make it a very worthwhile trip for you.
Oh, no.
We'll
Conventions
pick you up at YVR Airport.
Mommy time.
It'll be great. Same for you. You come out here, let us know.
Conventions and atheist visits are mommy time. That's where mommy gets utterly shit-faced drunk.
Oh, we're not talking. We're not talking convention. We're just talking for a short vacation.
Like that's drunk time for 3 days straight. Everyone's like, Jen, did you bring your kid? I'm like, I've been drunk since 8:30 this morning. What the fuck?
I can help you there.
We're family friendly here, but we also know how to drink.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know.
We got good beer, so you know.
Every time I went to Toronto, I couldn't remember getting home. I couldn't. And we lived maybe an hour from there when my ex-husband was in the military at Fort Drum. And they were gone for like 16 months. So we had all these under 21 wives that are stuck at home in the middle of the fucking frozen tundra of nowhere in upstate New York. And we're like, well, what the fuck else are we going to do? We're going to go to Toronto and drink.
Yep, better beer.
Oh, so many divorces from those nights. So many. So many times I'm just like, I don't know where she went. She ain't come out here with us tonight. I don't know what you're talking about. She was not here with me. No.
I want to talk a little bit more, Kyle.
Yeah.
Of the original episodes of Star Trek. Which one would you say is most relatable to the philosophy stuff that you always talk about?
Okay. The philosophy stuff that I talk about. Original, we're talking TOS, right?
Yes. Yes.
Let me think.
Because I have an idea.
Yeah. The one with the Greek god, right? With the Apollo, where they discover Apollo. I forget what the name of that one is. That one's very applicable, especially the kind of interesting line where Kirk says, "We have one God, thank you, and he's enough," which apparently upset Gene Roddenberry quite a bit, that was not what he wanted in the episode, and it ended up getting in. A similar episode is Bread and Circuses, where they go to the planet that is still like it's modern day, but it's the Roman Empire survived, and so it's like televised, gladiator fights and that kind of stuff, right? And there's like they worship the sun, and it turns out to be the S-O-N, not the S-U-N, right? And it's like this Jesus metaphor kind of going on. And again, Roddenberry was not happy about that either, right? But
the Greek episode, by the way, was "Who Mourns for Adonis."
Yeah, that's right. Plato's Stepchildren is good. I saw that pop up in the chat. Plato's Stepchildren is good, although I don't know how much philosophy's in that. I mean, it's named after Plato, but it's only because it's Greek.
Oh, jeez.
And I don't know if there's that much philosophy.
Jen missed it. Put it up for Jen.
I'm sorry. No, I show shit. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. Salami.
Okay, so all I saw was salami and the sausages, and I was like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, wow, we got into that pretty fucking early tonight, huh?
Yeah.
I will say this.
Another sausage.
One of the episodes that I actually wrote a chapter for the Star Trek and Philosophy book on was the one about Vol, the feeders of Vol. I think that's the name of the episode, is the feeders of Vol. And essentially, like what I write about on that one is about how Kirk is an imperialist dick. That like, I mean, these people have this utopia where they don't have to do any work. All they have to do is keep this machine going, and it makes their weather nice, and it's like, right. And he's like, no, you got to suffer. You got to work hard. You got to suffer for life and work hard for what, blah, 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 blah.
The episode where Kirk was a Catholic.
Yeah. And like I've got a chapter on that one. There's that one and the other one with the spores, where essentially they have a utopia and they break it up because they're too happy, right? Yeah. And that Kirk's kind of an imperialist dick.
Kind of.
Especially in those episodes, right? But I'll tell you, the best episode of Star Trek, of classic Trek, never got made. And it wasn't an episode. Sort of. Okay, so the original Gene Roddenberry's original plan for the Star Trek movie. So originally, the revamp of Star Trek. So after the original series, he wanted to do another series called Star Trek Phase 2. I think they were going to call it, and it was going to be a new series. and it was going to be a new series, and then Star Wars came out and was this huge thing, and like, okay, no, we need to do a movie, and so they did Star Trek the Motion Picture. But his original plan for Star Trek the Motion Picture was going to take place like after V'ger had already come back and essentially convinced everyone that it was a god, and everyone was like in the V'ger cult, and Kirk and Spock were the only ones to kind of see through it and see what was going on, and they like needed to decult everyone. They needed to get everybody out of the cult, and it was a huge.
I would have loved that.
Oh, I know. It was a huge commentary on organized religion and religion in general and that kind of stuff. If you want to hear more about it, there's a podcast called Mission Log. I've been on some of their video casts and stuff, and they go through every episode of Star Trek. And when they go through the movies, they have like a special episode. Like when they're talking about the first movie, they have a special episode about the kind of alternate movie, and they have some interviews with people. Really, really good. And it goes into detail about what the movie is going to be like and that kind of stuff.
I got to check that out. Yeah, I have a morbid fascination with cults. I have extremely morbid. We're probably going to cover that on one of the shows, because I'm like, I have to talk about this. Like, I can't not talk about cults. I'm like, I fucked up a cult fact on Talkie, then go figure. But I'm like, I was like, Jim Jones wrote a book. I'm like, no, bitch, it's fucking David Koresh, not fucking Jim Jones. What the fuck are you thinking?
There's a Jim Jones on Twitter.
Yeah,
follows me.
See, I'll just be like, no, that's who I was talking about. The Twitter guy. Have you seen his fucking tweets? It's the book.
Does this Jim Jones guy know Holy Kool-Aid?
Oh, he's awesome too.
You know, I really want to go as Jim Jones and a Kool-Aid vat with him, right? Like one Halloween. I really want to do this.
That would be so.
I'm like,
need to put pictures up on the internet if you do that.
Please.
I sent him a link to join us, but I feel that he's probably quite busy doing.
I know Eric was Twitch streaming.
Yeah.
So the studio may be in use.
Oh.
Yeah. The studio may be.
Jen, with the stuff you're covering about cults. Are you familiar with the bite model? Have you talked about that as well?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I just like talking about how fucking batshit crazy these people are.
The bite model is probably one you want to look into. It covers how to identify a cult, and it looks.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it had a name. Okay, I didn't know it. I didn't know it had a name. I know what you're talking about. I didn't know it had a name.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know about it. Tell me about it.
Okay, it's. I'll just quickly look up because I always forget what the acronym is for, but it's about determining if something is a.
I've got it right here. Behavioral control, information control, thought control, emotional control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they have a whole bunch of points listed under each of those categories. And so if you're considering joining an organization, the idea is you can use that as a checklist. And if any single one of those points is a yes, then, you might be getting into a cult. It's actually quite well thought out.
What I always found interesting was taking countries that are ruled by religious law and applying that method to them and how similar they are. And then it's like, if you look at the U.S.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, no, yeah, I was going to say, like, I was going to ask, do you think that Trumpism is a cult? But
no, I think patriotism is a cult.
I agree.
Well, I think American patriotism is cult-like.
That I'd be more in alignment with certain types
American.
of patriotism.
Right. The God, guns, and country, the emotional manipulation is high because it's like if you go against it, it's, well, you don't support the troops and you don't support your ancestors picked up arms. And that's a really good way of the guilt. It's a really good emotional control.
That's how you're defining patriotism. I think I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's a key part of Trumpism. Is that appeal to a patriot?
Oh yeah, right? And being in the military environment, I don't give a shit when anybody says that shit is a fucking cult.
I've got some people that would agree with you.
I remember when I got down here to Fort Campbell.
Yeah.
Fort Drum was kind of out of the way and like nobody really gave a shit and it wasn't this big thing. But then you come down to the 101st Airborne Division and it's a cult of personality in itself. So we get down here and my ex-husband is insistent on living on post, which I'm like, okay, so break it down for everyone real quick. You have two options when you're in the military. If you're married, you get a basic housing allowance, which is extra money on your check every month. It's supposed to pay for your rent, your electric, shit like that.
I just sent you a link, Kyle, on the bite model. Sorry, Jen.
It's fine. If you live on the base, they take the BAH every month from you, but you can choose to live off the base and apply the BAH there. I love living off base. I like my autonomy. I like my freedom. My ex-husband wasn't a fan because he was a lazy fat fuck who couldn't drive more than 5 fucking minutes. And I'm sorry. Sorry.
She's a New Yorker. It's okay.
Sorry.
And she's being nice.
Yeah, I'm being super nice because he's actually paying his child support this month. So.
Well, that's good.
But it's you live on the base, and here at Fort Campbell, we determined you could be born on Fort Campbell and never leave it until your 18th birthday, and completely survive. So I was already feeling walled in, and then they literally start building a wall around the post, and I'm like,
I need out.
No, and I was the army wife who, you have family readiness groups and it's, to make sure the families are okay when, everybody's deployed. It's a hen den of gossip. And it was always a fucking potluck. It was always fucking potluck. And all he ever made was fucking quiche. It was fucking quiche. No, but it was just quiche and fucking cucumber sandwiches every fucking time. That's all we fucking had. Except for me, I used to bring buckets of chicken. I used to stop at KFC and get like 4, and I used to sit there and be like,
enjoying your quiche?
Just eating my chicken. Like, fuck y'all bitches. I'm eating my chicken. You can sit there with your shitty ass quiche and your fucking grape jelly fucking meatballs and fucking fuck you.
Grape jelly meatballs, holy cow.
Yeah, Kyle, you guys weren't here for the grape jelly. The grape jelly meatball. But it's so bizarre. Like they really do everything to keep you within this military community. They put schools on bases. They put hospitals and jobs, and you never have to leave. So you never get out of this very small, very patriotic, very right-wing community. And it's a fucking cult. It's a fucking cult. I've been around wives who wouldn't associate with civilians.
Really?
They would not have civilian friends because
what was the reasoning for that?
They just don't get it. They don't understand how hard our life is. And I'm like, bitch, I literally saw your boyfriend driving your husband's truck before he even got on the fucking plane. How fucking hard is your life? How hard is your life? You literally sit there and spend his money, and the poor man comes home broke from being in a fucking war zone. How fucking hard? They're like, it's so hard. Our husbands are gone. And I'm like, that's what you get for not working on your own fucking autonomy and being in a religious cult your whole fucking life.
I have no experience in the military or anything like that, but I do know a couple of people who are like military wives or whatever, and that they recently got out of the military essentially because it is Trumplandia, and that they did not see any way to get out, and they have, and they are very, very glad that they did. But
from what I've seen, the older soldiers, yes, but these younger ones are not fucking having it. Like we've had a couple of guys here that were they were like, if we get deployed to Iran and we're told to put boots on the ground, we're not doing it. Wow. We're just not fucking doing it. We're done. They're like, he's cut our pay, he's cut our resources, and now he wants us to die for what? What the fuck are you getting? And people are, soldiers are getting really fed up with shitty VA healthcare. And I mean, I know from personal experience, I've got friends of mine that are 100% rated disabled on the VA, haven't been able to see a doctor in 6 months. I've got guys with unbelievable PTSD will call the VA helpline and please leave a message and somebody will call you back.
That's pathetic.
Yeah, no kidding.
And it's, they're getting fed up and they're like,
and do some of them just wander onto the base and go there unscheduled and end up getting turned away, or?
It depends. It depends on how you were discharged. I don't have my ID anymore. My ID expired. But you get these little IDs.
Thanks for your service, by the way.
Well, no, it was my ex-husband.
Oh, okay.
It was my ex-husband. Yeah, but you get these little IDs, and soldiers have one with a little chip in it, and dependents have different colored ones. And as long as you have the ID, you can get on. If you don't, you have to go to a visitor center and get a parking pass. And
Randolph, you could thank her for the buckets of chicken.
Oh, hey, thank you. What am
I was the worst fucking army wife ever. I was the worst. I didn't have kids. I didn't have my son until I was 30. And I remember I was 27 and I had this, she was fucking 19. And she's like, aren't you worried about your eggs being old right now?
Your eggs being old? Because, I've had the same ones.
Yeah, no, I just reuse the same egg over and over again every month. But it was expected of me to be pregnant, have my husband be deployed, pop out a kid. He's home on leave, be pregnant again. Over and over and over. And
so old-fashioned.
I knew it. She was like 24 with like 6 kids. And I mean, if that's what you want, that's fucking great. But no. Oh, fuck no. I love my kid now. And I'm like, yay, he's 8 and he makes his own breakfast. I couldn't wait till he got up on his own and I could fucking sleep. I couldn't wait for that shit. I'm that parent. I'm like, I can't talk about fucking Peppa Pig anymore. Can you be like 10 and talk to me about some like regular shit? Because I can't do this. I can't. 3 to 6 were the worst fucking years for me. I'm like, if I have to hear fucking Paw Patrol and Peppa Pig one more fucking time. I can't. The Paw Patrol fucking theme song still haunts me at night. Like that, when I die, that's going to be the last fucking thing I hear is fucking Chase and fucking
vicariously through my sisters.
Oh my God, I'm Chase, Rover, fucking Sky. This is what I'm going to hear in the moments before I die. Is the fucking Paw Patrol theme song.
Jen, do you play video games?
Yes, I haven't in a while, but God, I need to get back to it. I do.
Does your child play video games?
Oh, my child's a gamer.
This is what I do. Instead of having to watch Paw Patrol and all that kind of stuff, my 6-year-old and I play, Smash Brothers, Mario Maker.
Nice.
Yeah, we have the
Mario
Switch,
Kart,
and
that kind of stuff.
I was so fucking cocky. I was like, I'm gonna beat your ass in Mario Kart. I didn't know this little motherfucker had put in like 8,000 hours of fucking practice. And I'm like, yeah, he whipped my ass, and I was like, you motherfucker, get out.
There's a delay, so I'm sure she's referring to the Peppa.
Oh God, Andy, I know, and I love Peppa Pig because she's a petty bitch. She had this episode where she was trying to whistle, and she calls a homegirl, right? And she's like, I can't whistle, and chick's like, well, how do you whistle? And she goes, you just put together, you put your lips together and blow. And the friend starts whistling. She just looked at the phone and hung it up. Right. And you're worried about, like, that's my thing. The video games are violent. That came up with my generation.
Mm-hmm.
Was when it started. Was when I was a teen. The video games, and I'm like,
it was the satanic panic of the 80s. I think is when that popped.
And
up,
I'm
right?
like, I lived in the projects in New York City in the 80s. Trust me, it's not the fucking video games. If that was the case, we would have been committing mass murder over fucking Atari.
No, Baby Shark.
No, my son was like, when that came out, he was just getting out of that shit, and he like had lost interest. And I'm like, this is why I don't have more children. This is the reason, not because, financial or shit like that. No, because I don't want to have to constantly relive these fucking YouTube videos of this bullshit. I fucking can't.
It's like that Got Any Grapes song with the duck or whatever the hell it is. You not heard that one?
I don't think so.
That makes me unbelievably angry for no reason. I'm like,
not my intent, but okay.
I'm like, am I CIA programmed? Is this my fucking trigger? Like, I'm feeling neglected as a third person. Coming from a former fucking choir girl, that's beautiful.
That's awesome.
That's fucking beautiful. Holy
Randolph
shit.
has the best memes.
A choir girl in the Catholic Church. That's amazing. Yes. Don't ever join the choir in a Catholic church. Holy shit. That shit is worse than fucking country music.
My Israeli friend is here.
We agreed to disown anyone who shows that song to our daughter. Yes. I can't tell you how many times I've heard different variations of the Finger Family song. He had puppets. He had finger puppets too, because I spoiled the shit out of my kid. So he would just run around. And I'm like,
finger puppets. I don't know what the hell I did with them.
No, but now he watches like the Atheist Experience, Talk Heathen. He watches.
Boy, bravo.
And I'm like, and he finds it on his own. He finds it on his own, and he's, and then we have to have the conversations.
Well, I have modified the Baby Shark song into a song about brushing your teeth, and that's the song that I sing whenever I brush my 6-year-old's teeth every morning. We have a version of Baby Shark that we do.
See, I was never that creative. I'm just like, go fucking brush your teeth. Enough. It's fucking bedtime. Just fucking do it. Like,
I brought you into this world. I can take you out.
It's just like.
Nope. It's a little routine we have, and it makes sure that we brush everything in the right amount and all that kind of stuff.
I love that.
And it works really nice.
You've got to reference that over.
All right. And it's really simple. You want me to sing it?
Yeah, go for it.
No, I'm drinking.
Cute. No,
I'm drinking, and that may really set off some shit.
You might rage and throw at the glass at the screen.
I'm like, oh, I need V tonight because V's probably the reason I'm not in jail a lot of the time.
I'm sad that she couldn't come in because I really wanted her to.
I just heard from her, and I'm like,
Kyle.
I'm like, do you need me to Postmate something to you? Do you need soup or something?
Soup.
That's what I do.
Here's everything.
That's what I do when I'm not in Austin. I'm like, you're sick. I'll Postmate you something.
If Kyle sings that song, I have the perfect picture to put up while he sings it.
Okay.
Okay. Now we have to do it. Now we have to.
I'll sing the first verse.
I'll sing myself out.
It goes. Bottom teeth do. On your left do. Bottom teeth do. On your left. Rinse, don't swallow do. Rinse, don't swallow do. Spit it out do. Wipe your mouth.
Rinse, don't swallow, huh?
Yep.
I know quite a few women who would disagree with you on that one.
Well, when it comes to toothpaste,
took a left turn.
Oh, come on. We can't all be good parents. You mean to tell me that you haven't heard your kid say some shit and you were like,
oh, no, that's definitely true.
The first time I think my kid was like 4.
Kids that I know of.
That you know of. My kid loves basketball. Like, I have an actual backyard hoop.
There's the real
Baby Shark.
Oh, that's cute.
Sorry.
That's
right.
Look at the boo-boo. He's so cute, though.
I don't know whose kid that is. I saw it on the internet somewhere.
I like kids in pictures. I don't like kids in front of me.
You got a fan, Jen.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Another thing that you that's kind of a change of topic, but you might be interested in, and you can actually find a YouTube video of me talking about this. It's on my channel, I think.
Oh, you have a channel.
You have a channel.
Yeah, it's not a lot. There's like 4 or 5 videos up there.
You
still
still
have to add that to the links below.
You have 4 or 5 more videos than I do. Okay,
it's me giving a couple lectures. This might actually be on a different channel. I think I have another like a personal channel. Anyway, so I was asked to give a talk. My 6-year-old was born 3 months premature.
Wow.
We spent 3 months.
5 weeks. I have a 5-week preemie myself.
5 weeks.
So,
How old or how heavy was he? What was his weight?
Okay, so my apparent superpower is I make giant babies.
Oh, okay.
He was the size of a Volkswagen when he came out.
Well, no, okay, and I want to give Kyle the full scope here. I am 4'10", and before I got pregnant, I was about 90 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So my 5-week-old child was 6 pounds 1 ounce and 19.5 inches.
Yeah.
And they said had he gone full term, he would have been like 13 or 14 pounds and like 24 inches long.
See,
and I'm looking and I'm like, oh, he came early because there was no room anymore.
Yeah.
It's because I'm like, and I had the experience where I was maybe a week before I gave birth. My stomach growled here. It was fucking here. My fucking stomach growled here. And I was like, what in the fuck is going on? I was like, get the fucking rubbing alcohol, get the fucking sharpest knife in the kitchen you fucking got. Cause I'm not, no, this is not fucking right. I clean off the fucking dining room table. Cause no.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
So Johnny was 2 pounds when he was born.
No sound, Chris.
And was not expected to survive, and he did. And he actually survived without any problems, like all his brain bleeds and all that kind of stuff.
That's amazing.
So we had early intervention for him, and then he ended up going to a school where all that kind of stuff happened, and he got all the counseling and all the intervention, and all that kind of stuff. I'm
that parent too, so yep.
when he graduated, the school asked me to come and give a talk. Like they have a dinner or whatever, and they invite parents to come in and talk. And so I came in and gave a talk about Johnny and about him being premature and all the intervention and how the school helped him and all that kind of stuff, right? And this will be relevant in a minute. The way I kind of sandwiched the the bookends of the talk were this fact that when he was born, when he was 2 pounds and he was in the NICU and we didn't know he was going to survive or whatever, I didn't know what to do. Right, like we wanted to spend time with him and that kind of stuff, but I didn't know what to do. Right, and so I did 2 things. I didn't actually talk about this. I taught him how to solve a Rubik's cube. I essentially taught him the algorithms and stuff as I would sit there and talk to him in the NICU. And then the song I would sing to him is from Life of Brian.
Oh! Now I'm gonna cry. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking cry. Shit. Okay.
So always look at the bright side of life, right? So I memorized the lyrics, and I sang that song to him in the NICU, and I would do that. And when he survived and came home, I was like, well, I guess that'll be our bedtime song or whatever. And so every time I put him to sleep, I would sing him "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life."
Bravo.
And I still do
like the best fucking person I've ever met. Oh my god.
I still do. So my 6-year-old knows all the lyrics to The Bright Side of Life because we sing it every time I put him to bed. So you can find the video of me giving the talk. I actually have that on my Smashboard. That picture right there. I have it on my Smashboard. That's awesome. So they invited me to give that talk, and at the end, little 5-year-old Johnny came up and we sang it together. Which was fun.
Oh my god, there could not, every parent in that fucking audience was bawling their fucking eyes out at that point. Like, how do you not, you heartless fuck? Yep. See, I wish I could do that at my son's school, but apparently my son went back to school Tuesday after break. Mm-hmm. And my son loves YouTube. So he went and bragged that his mom was on YouTube. Now, remember, we live in Tennessee. We live in a smaller town in Tennessee.
Uh-oh.
So
I think I sent you a link. It looks like IQ dropped out graciously so you could jump in.
So the first thing they were like, well, what is she on? And then he goes, the Atheist Experience. She was on the Atheist Experience. And I'm like, okay. And then he goes, yeah, my mommy has a show. Oh, what's your mommy show's name? They go, GB3. He goes, yeah, Godless Bitches. And I'm like, no, they're never going to invite me to fucking speak at this goddamn ever. Like, we're in Tennessee, and Tennessee actually has In God We Trust all over the schools. And I'm like, you're always hi, I'm Jen Aldrich from Godless Bitches. I'm here to give the fucking first grade graduation speech. Like,
can y'all hear me now?
Fuck.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Yes.
can hear you.
Awesome.
Yes,
Awesome.
now
Hi,
we can
Jen.
hear.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, how
Kyle.
are you?
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Awesome.
Kyle has another show you could possibly drop in on at some point, Kyle. It's called The Daily Atheist, and you might want to talk to you.
That would be great. I would absolutely, positively love that.
See,
That
and
sounds awesome.
I've got to
Keep
study you
making
guys.
connections here.
I
I've
know,
got to
I
study
know.
you guys because you guys do this debating shit and I can't do it. I love the Socratic method of talking to people.
Yeah.
And I come from the political sector, and debating religion and apologists are very different than a political debate. So I watch you guys and I'm like, there's no fucking way in hell I could hold myself. I'd be like, what are you, a fucking idiot? Like, is this really your fucking argument? Godless bitches we trust. You know what? I think I'm
Dangle. I got to use that one now. That's brilliant.
Fuck thing. So I mentioned on the show when they made them do it in Kentucky, one of the schools just put $1 bill up because it said "In God We Trust," and I think I'm gonna modify the $1 bill when we leave here that says "In Godless Bitches We Trust" and just like drop it on the fucking front desk of the school and be like, "It was fun."
They got to
bye."
bring back "E pluribus unum," which used to be the motto on there.
You
before
know,
the
and
God
this is
we trust.
something I've been, because I'm like, this literally said out of many one.
Mhm.
Isn't that what the fuck we are? We're a collection of 50 separate states that became one. So why? Oh, that's right, McCarthyism.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yep.
McCarthyism. We need to get her on the shills. What's the shills? What am I missing? What's the shills?
Another show.
I'll do all the fucking shows. I don't give a shit.
There's
I'll
all
do
manner
the
of shows
fucking
going on.
I'll
Jen's
do
a
all the fucking
professional caster, so she's
I am.
down for jumping into anything.
I don't give a fuck. I'm like,
And at
y'all
some
wanna
point,
do it?
Jen, I think you and I should do a show.
I told you. I will fucking look at Eric and be like, we're doing Talk Heathen, bitch. I have it now. Me, fucking Neil, and
Ours.
Ocean. It's mine.
Because he is a heathen.
He is. He's an actual
Yeah.
heathen. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why are we not doing this? And I'll be doing Talk Heathen again on the 17th of February, actually.
Excellent.
I'll be back on, because they asked me for AXP and I was like, did you watch the episode I was on? Why would you
I'm
want me
only
to come
halfway
back?
through it right now.
Oh
I
God,
keep
just
getting
stop
interrupted.
watching. Stop watching.
Are you gonna
Why?
get her? Are you gonna get her story on your show, Neil?
Yes. And it's scheduled. Yes,
Oh, good.
absolutely.
I
deal.
went the petty route. The day Neil has me scheduled for is my super
before her
Catholic
birthday.
aunt. Yeah, it's the day of. And when she sent me a Christmas card. So I was like, fuck, now I gotta call this crazy bitch, right? Every time she likes something or it's good news, she says, God bless. So she's like, what's going on with Austin? And I'm like, we're launching the show, the first weekend, and things are going great. And she goes, oh, God bless. What's the name of it? And I went, Godless Bitches.
You know who I just booked today?
Who? Oh, you told
Shelley
me.
Seagal.
Yes.
Wow. I missed Kyle, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. I was tied up doing
Oh, it's
other
a great
things,
one,
and I'm
dude.
gonna have to go back and watch the show.
Oh, please watch
Great
me on
one.
Talk
Yeah,
Heathen. I was dismal on AXP. Please just watch Talk Heathen and just forget I was even there.
Well, and Chris, if you like it, I'd love to be on the Daily Atheist. That'd be great.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll get your information from
networking.
Neil.
I will.
Yeah.
I will link you to Kyle for sure.
Look at
That's
us
awesome.
networking.
Yeah.
I want to bring Ocean on. At least one call-in show and just watch him and I come at people from different perspectives. Like,
That would be kind of cool. I think.
Ocean's fun.
I'm
Ocean's
the
got a great mind.
one-liner. I'm the one-liner shutdown. Like
Ocean's cool.
we had a caller on Talk Heathen that was like, well, nothing in the Bible is written in stone.
Except the Ten Commandments.
And I went,
They're written
can
on
you
tablets.
remember any story in the Bible at all that was possibly written in or on stone? And he goes, no. And I was like,
Yeah, Doorknob Head said Shelley did a long-term live songwriting session today. It's fun. I was there.
she's
was there with her.
like so fucking amazing.
She is.
Shelly's like, and she's the nicest fucking person like
Oh yeah.
ever. She's like Neil nice.
Which Shelley are we talking about? Sorry, I missed.
Shelly Siegel.
Shelley Seagal.
Oh,
The
yes.
Atheist Experience opening theme song is done by Shelley Seagal.
It used to be for Godless Bitches and we changed the song. And I feel really bad about that. But we didn't feel it was aggressive enough. Which should tell you exactly the tone of GB30.
Yeah, but you guys' debut episode was fantastic.
Thank you. And that was a funny story. We were supposed to shoot Saturday, and I think it was Atheist Vanguard got the early afternoon spot ahead of us. So we get in the studio, and all of a sudden we hear this big banging crash in the bathroom. Now, for those of you who have not been to the atheist community of Austin, the house is this fucking big. It's this big.
It's tiny.
The studio and the bathroom are right here. So we're like, what the fuck? Like, what? Apparently, the toilet completely fucking stopped out, and they couldn't fucking snake the pipes because when they remodeled, they redid all these 90-degree angles. So we had to cancel recording. So that morning, I was there at 9:30, recorded GB3, did Talk Heathen at 1, and then AXP at 4:30. We went out till midnight that night. I don't know how the fuck I survived that. I'm in 6-inch fucking heels right now at a fucking pool hall, dancing around, and I don't know why. And V was actually like, "Are you okay?" Like, I was like, "Are you asking if I'm on drugs, V? Is that?" She was like, she's like, V's like. I'm like, no, I'm actually sober. And they just were like,
apparently my blood cells are not absorbing the alcohol.
There's a high that happens when you get on the shows with live callers. There's a high.
Oh, there we go. We got a link to the chills.
The shills. Oh, yeah.
Link to the shills.
And was okay, IQ, so doorknob head. Okay.
IQ, you got to send that to Jen in her message. If you're connected. I'm not sure.
I think we're connected on Twitter. So yes, doorknob head. Yes. So come to find out, right after we closed the building Sunday, our maintenance man was like, take the toilet off. You don't have to cap it or anything. Matt gets a phone call that shit had started coming up from the pipes, filled the bathroom, and it's like, here's the bathroom, here's our production studio, here's the studio.
Oh my goodness.
So we're like, oh my God, this is hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment. So the ACA was literally full of shit one night, and I'm like, oh, the fucking trolls would love this.
All those theists were right.
I'm like, all those fucking trolls for the last 7 months are like, the ACA is full of shit. Yes, we are now, motherfuckers. We are literally full of shit. On the upside, we have a working bathroom, so come and visit us. The live shows will not be interrupted. We don't have a porta potty anymore, which is what I was left to recording all day. Jen's little corner.
My friend Jen from Australia.
Oh my God. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah,
I'm a potato.
That's Math Pig.
Hi.
Because he's drunk, so he's coming in as the potato.
I'm a potato. I'm a little Irish potato.
Potatoes are Irish. We know
this
that.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Oh my God. This is amazing. I need this in the background of GB3 all the time.
That's fantastic.
This floating fucking potato. Especially since, I am so going to yell at Ocean like, do you know what you missed tonight, dude? Hi, Jen. Hi, the other Jen. What is it with atheist women named Jen?
I don't know. Somebody else asked that too.
Fuck. Like, I'm like, I'm going to go by my real name.
Oh, okay. Now that's just perverted.
That's not right.
That is just cruel to do to a bitch on a dry spell like me. That is just fucking cruel. Yep, Inquisitive Quandary. Yep, I'm in that one.
So yeah, I added Jen to the usual suspects. Yes.
Yep, I'm there.
Kyle, do you have a channel? I heard you're you were the lawyer for the FFRF, right?
No. That's
I'm sorry.
Yesterday.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. So what? I'm just trying to catch up.
I was like, wait, they got a new lawyer? Shit, I really need to keep up on that more often.
That was Andrew Seidel.
So
I left one stream and came right from another stream to here, and I'm a little.
I got you. All right. I'll start with this. Does this look like the office of a lawyer to you?
Well, actually,
no, maybe so. Yeah, you did miss like all the action figures and all that kind of stuff.
My divorce lawyer's office looked like that, but all of the books were like Bible and Christian based.
I saw your Star Trek ships earlier. That was cool.
Oh, okay, good. All right. So, no, I'm a professor of philosophy, and I specialize in philosophy of religion. I have a number of articles about arguments for and against God and science and religion and that kind of stuff.
Okay. That makes more sense now than what I was thinking earlier. I've got talking about this. Sorry.
I've got a book on Christmas. That's kind of a secular take on Christmas. And I do a lot of pop culture and philosophy work. So my latest book was Black Mirror and Philosophy. I'm working on one on the Orville.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I do. If you listen to, I have 3 great courses with the great courses, the teaching company's great courses. And if you listen to those, I talk about philosophy of religion.
I've actually heard
there.
amazing things about you on great courses. A lot of my friends are subscribed to yours. And they're like, if you really want to sit down and learn religious philosophy, you've got to check this guy out. So you're on my list. You are on my to-do list, actually.
Awesome.
Not in that way.
Didn't take it that way.
Before BuzzFeed contacts me, not in that way.
He's married, Jen. He's married.
So, but I talk a lot about philosophy of religion in those courses, and to take like all the stuff that I talked about in regards to the arguments for and against God's existence are in there. I talk about the arguments for a lot in detail in the metaphysics course, my exploring metaphysics course. I talk about it a little bit more briefly, but then I have 2 lectures on the problem of evil in the big questions of philosophy. And then all the science and religion stuff I talk about in detail in the Sci-Fi course. Like when I talk about the movie Contact, I talk about the science religion stuff in the Sci-Fi
I
course.
love that fucking movie so
I would love to talk to you more later about your stuff. That's wonderful. Okay. I'm glad. That's awesome.
Sounds great.
Cool.
And of course, all the stuff she's got going on, she's like a whole ball of adventure. I just wanted to kind of catch up on you.
I'm like, Murphy was right when he was like, what you see with me now is how I am all the time, which is why we can't deal with each other for more than 4 days straight. I was at Matt's for 10 days and I looked at him. I'm like, if there was ever somebody I wanted to sanctify, it was you, because you literally dealt with me for 10 fucking days in your house.
Well, I'll be down there for 2 weeks, so you're gonna have to put up with me for 2 weeks.
You know, I actually think that the way it's gonna work out is I'll be down for FF for the convention. I always forget the fucking name for it. Faithless Forum. And then, like, I think as your last weekend there, I'll actually be moving that weekend if we do it in April.
This is brilliant. I have a low budget replacement for BBA. BBA is a friend of mine that always comes on and plays all these high tech games while we're, it's a side distraction kind of thing while we're all talking.
Jen, what's your link? So Jen's little corner, I am a lazy fucking bitch and have not gotten my channel off the ground yet. But if you search
Pickle Rick,
sorry, I have this need to scream that out every time it's mentioned. Sorry. If you search Godless Bitches on YouTube, you'll find us. I float around with the ACA shows. So, but I promise I will have my fucking channel up, and the first article we're doing. The first article we're doing is 8 steps to confront your wife's sexual refusal and from biblical gender roles.
Oh, that should be good.
That's going to be the first episode, is that one. I'm a floater, yes.
Doorknob Head said that I crushed Sean Hannity. Thank you very much.
That's like my fucking dream right there, is to just watch him go.
I don't know if I made him do that, but I held my own against it, even though they talked over me most of the time. I thought that but anyway. And then Rose is asking if I'm an atheist or not. I don't know if it's a sarcastic question or not, but yes, definitely.
The only one that's not an atheist that we keep around is Ocean. Yeah. I think he's the only one that's not an atheist that we keep around.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Ocean.
Oh my God!
We trust.
Send that to me on
no
Twitter
way!
Or something.
I'll send it to you. I just made that while you're all talking.
Thank you. Like, send it to me on Twitter or something, because we need. Oh my God, that's amazing! Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome.
It still trips me out that people like make things for like the show and like shit for me, and I'm like.
I know. I never get any fan art. And my buddy Cyrus the Skeptic, he's always getting fan art. And I said that during one of his streams. I'm like, I never get any fan art.
I just want to do Suri's show just for the artwork. Like, that's the only reason I want to do a show, is just for the artwork that pops up for me. That's the whole reason. I'm like, look, Suri, we know why I'm here. Okay, we know. We know. I just want people to draw pretty pictures of me. That's all.
Jen's little corner. That's your friend from Australia, you said?
Correct.
She's asking. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, she's just asking, is Jen asking if I have a science background? Is that what she's asking?
Or do I have a science background?
Or is she asking about Jen? Yeah, which one is she asking?
Clarify, please, Jen.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Good boy.
What was that? That's like that Bud Light dog on acid.
Yeah. Blue.
Blue.
Or Blue. It's Blue. Yeah, it was Blue.
Yeah, his name's Blue.
Oh, jeez.
I'm reliving every high school acid trip through this.
Math Pig's good for
through Math Pig, and I'm like, I'm like, I'm gonna have
Look like a
post-traumatic
reject
stress
Denverite
disorder
from
tonight.
Hellraiser.
I'm gonna have post-traumatic stress disorder when I go.
She's asking about Jen. She's asking about Jen.
Oh no, my background's in politics. My background's in politics. I like science, but I absolutely fucking suck at math, so I was never really good at it. I'm like the.
Did you get a new toy or something, Math Pig? Like, what's going on?
Perhaps I stole nerdy software.
This is incredible. Like, I want this program because I just want to sit and fuck with shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, my background's in politics. I was actually going to be a politician. Like, interned on the Hill was going to be a politician, and my family is the Aldrich Rockefeller clan.
1 or 2 doesn't count, dude.
1 or 2.
But my family is the Aldrich Rockefeller clan, who was notorious rich right wing. And then this, are we going to have another Aldrich in office? And I was like, I'm going to spend my career defending him against my family than doing anything. So I got into atheist activism.
You know what? This is going to bore the hell out of everybody.
Star Trek. I think this meme is for you.
So do you guys want to know what Jen? You want to know what Plato says about your decision to not go into politics? So in the apology, he's defending himself in front of the court of Athens for his life. Right. And at one point, he essentially says, like, he's talking about this voice he hears in his head that kind of guides him. It's this guide that tells him kind of what to do, what's wrong or not, or whatever. And he specifically says that, like, the voice told him not to go into politics because he says that you can only actually do good as a private citizen.
Yes.
If you go into politics, you will be corrupted, and if you're not corrupted, then you will be killed.
It's not, and speaking from my personal experience, it's not that you can be corrupted, but if you don't play the game, you won't go anywhere to do anything.
Yeah, right. And so he says, like, he essentially says, like, look at me, right? Like, if I had gone into politics, you would have killed me a long time ago because I wouldn't have been corrupted by it, right? Only because I fight for justice as a private citizen have you now, at the end of my life, finally got around to bringing me to trial, and you're going to kill me.
I've done far more since moving into atheist activism as a private citizen than I did ever in the political sector.
Yeah.
And now it's like, they would come up and, oh, you're an Aldrich. And we all know, like, Aldrich is in the Federal Reserve, and they've always kind of, been in the rich interest. And I'm like, no, I'm for socialized medicine. No, I want a universal basic income. And everyone's like, how the fuck did this shit happen? Like, what? And I'm like, oh, so you remember the broke cousins that they said to go fuck themselves? Yeah, that's my line.
You would really enjoy the political philosophy section of my big questions course.
Yes, and that's the one on my list. I'm like, yes. V LaBianca was the one that was like, you've got to check this guy out.
Cool.
You've got to check this guy out.
Plato it was also Plato who said, democracy is a charming form of government, full of variety and disorder, and dispensing a sort of equality to equals and unequals alike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Plato was not a fan of democracy, especially he's talking about pure democracy there, not representative democracy.
Not representative, but I've always said that our system was even if it's early inception, and I understand what the founding fathers were trying to do. I do understand that.
If you haven't seen that, you need to see that.
Oh, that thing is fucking beautiful. That picture was the reason I'm like, I'm gonna grow my hair out this year. Was that picture? Was the
Conan one?
Yes, I was like,
that was hilarious.
That was good.
Fantastically done.
But our system was designed to fail. Once we introduced heavy-handed capitalism into the system, it was designed to fail. It was absolutely designed to fail.
Capitalism is inherently inefficient.
Now, granted, I am not for communism. I grew up with the USSR. Mm-hmm. I know how fucking terrible communism can be.
That's correct.
Communism is not the opposite of capitalism, though.
No, it's not. But I'm throwing that out there because that's usually the first thing that gets handed is.
I've lived on a place where communism actually works, and that's called a kibbutz in Israel.
Any of them can be corrupted whenever they get taken over by in my opinion, the right wing side. Whenever you got communism, it was corrupted by the right wing part of their
Anytime you have unchecked funds running into your representatives like super PACs is when corruption happens. That's it. It's the money. And this is something that we address on the show is if you're ever wondering about an organization that you want to back or a politician that you want to back, fuck listening to what they say. Look at who provides them money.
Mm-hmm.
How big a kibbutz?
How big?
It was huge.
You're the first person I've heard in a long time that knew what a fucking kibbutz was.
Well,
And then
yeah, kind of.
my neighborhood was really weird. Like we had the projects where I lived, which was like 1980s typical New York City crack-filled projects. And then up the block we had the local 3, which is the local electrician kind of blue collar guys. 3 blocks down that way we had an Orthodox Jewish neighborhood, and then across the street from them was an Arabic neighborhood. So I grew up in the world of what the fuck. I'm like, everyone wonders why I'm a fucking atheist.
By the way, Flow State, the kibbutz that I lived on was actually called Kfar Hayarok, which means the Green Village. And it was a kibbutz style living where we went to school for half the day and then we worked the fields for half the day. Yeah. Like I did bananas, avocados, kiwi fruit, you name it. I fucking did.
I so want to sit down and talk to you about that one night. I just want to hear your story on that one night.
I've got stories.
Oh, I love
Jen, I will blow your mind with some of these stories.
Because that's almost like cultish. My uncle actually joined a cult when I was a kid. I don't remember what cult it was, but he thought he was getting involved in some Christianity shit. And we get this letter where he's like, they're making me tend to like cabbage fields and shit.
It works better, yes.
Yeah. And I'm like, so you joined a fucking cult. Fantastic. This is the one that works for the Archdiocese of New York City now and lives with his unmarried, still not divorced girlfriend. But told me I'm only an atheist because I've never been low enough in my life to see God.
Of course.
I'm like, dude, I was in prison for 2.5 years. I don't fucking know how much lower we can get here. I don't. Where are we going to go? Do I need a heroin addiction? On top of that, what? What do I need to do to go lower than that? You didn't see God when you were in prison? No, that's where I lost it. Shit. I was like, wait, there's science books here that the shitty New York City public school system never gave us. So I poured into all of this.
Hold it. You were in prison?
For 2.5 years.
We have got to talk, Jen.
Jen lived a whole different life a lifetime ago. Whole different life. But that's actually where I found my atheism, because it was.
Oh yeah, this one's great.
You know, you're oh my god.
Awkward banana. I have this one.
Bananas earlier.
I love the memes on the show. This is what makes my night. But exactly, Doorknob head where he belongs. And you know, you were surrounded by so many people who found God in prison because they needed something desperately to cling to. So everyone's either going through law books or they're going through religious texts. So all the science books are open.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I was a teen. I was 16. So I was like, okay, let's check it out. And
you should come on my show, Rose.
Yeah, you should. Come on the show. Most of us. And I think that was where I turned around and was like, I don't believe in this. Like, I don't believe in all, you know, I went through Judaism and I went through Buddhism and kind of did that, you know, paganism. Not the ocean Keltoi paganism, but like, I'm gonna shove a fucking. Yeah, I did I'm gonna shove a fucking energy crystal up my ass and it should fucking absorb everything.
And cancer be gone.
Right.
Hollywood paganism.
Yeah, Hollywood paganism. The craft. Remember, I mean.
Yeah.
Remember the craft?
You call it the crafts?
Do you remember the movie The Craft?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I was a teenager when that shit came out. So like everybody was a witch for like 2.5 weeks.
I was like 30 when that came out.
I think I was closer to 20.
Maybe a little under 30.
Yeah, maybe closer to 20. But, you know, I went through that. And then I'm sitting in prison going, oh, my God, this is all bullshit. And I'm looking at everyone and I'm like, and you're
Andrew
all...
pops in. What did I miss? About an hour and 8 minutes worth?
Oh, like a lot of shit, Andrew.
Yeah.
A lot of shit.
You missed stuff like this, Andrew.
We're not going to get into that conversation quite yet.
Great comforts, clockwork banana.
You missed the banana. Yeah.
That's something that I am releasing on the atheist community in stages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's a fucking story.
And you've missed Math Pig going through possibly every tuber.
Well, Math Pig, where do I buy this specific vibrator? This one right here on the screen right now. Where do I buy that specific vibrator?
It's all free, Jen. It's all free.
Why didn't I find this community earlier?
Jen, I find the funniest and coolest people. That's all there is to it.
I'm just gonna hang out with you from now on because I'm like, oh my god, everybody fucking cool as shit is with you. So you're the cool mecca right now. You're the cool
I'm the cool. Oh,
you're the cool mecca right now. You
Needs the hub of us all.
The hub. I like the way you sound. Okay, that was terrible.
Speaking of Mecca, have any of you actually known anyone?
I'm getting there. Jeez.
Speaking of Mecca,
wait, I'm waiting for the Ken. I'm waiting for the Ken Ham picture with the fucking banana to come up next.
Oh well, I don't have a Ken Ham picture with the banana, but I do have a Ken Ham picture that's quite good. Let me just find them.
They do. All the cool people come out and come and hang out with me. The biker pirate Viking Mecca. That's exactly what the fuck.
The biker fight. Actually, I love that doorknob because the Viking thing got added the other day when I got this from my sister. Because now I look like a Viking when I throw that on. But it's Viking biker pirate.
But that's so perfect.
You're very pink now, Math Pig. He's going to do some welding. Either that or he thinks he's RoboCop.
He's going to rebuild the Death Star is what he's doing. Jen's little corner, it's easy to find me. It's just Jen Dragon Queen is my handle for like everything. So we went to the ARC protest last year. Oh. And I'm like, well, fuck it. I at least want to see this thing like up close. Like I'm not going to pay to get in, but fuck it. I want to at least see this thing up close. Do you know you have to pay to park? No, you can't. You have to pay to get in the fucking parking lot. You have to pay $10 just to get in the fucking parking lot. And then pay another entrance fee to get into the fucking ARC. And I looked at Murphy and I was like, I will literally piss on this guy's fucking lawn before I give him a fucking dime. Aww. I was like, and I've been drinking a lot of water because it's July in fucking Kentucky and I'm about ready to.
You matched my lighter.
Oh, do you want me to go back? I'll go back.
Oh, I'm just saying, you matched my lighter.
And then we had the whole thing with Jim Helton and I dig that one.
So did you see the ARC or not? Did you get up close?
No, I didn't because I refused to pay to get into the fucking.
I thought maybe you snuck in or something.
I wish, but Ken Ham apparently really liked me.
God is watching. She can't.
Kept that drone right fucking there on my face when we were there.
That's pretty cool.
And I'm signing like fuck off in sign language. I'm like flipping them off. I'm like, yep, I'm on.
Nothing. I like the donut picture. I like
the donut picture.
The donut one was good.
Yeah, because that reminds me of my favorite donut. That actually reminds me of my favorite donut.
It's a Homer Simpson donut.
Oh, the Earth is actually a donut. The reason the sky is blue because you see ocean above it.
Dude, we had a caller that believed in hollow moons.
I know, that was crazy.
And I could not. I was like,
oh, now he's just being a shithead.
Hey guys, I'm gonna sneak off. Thank you for having me. I'm off to say
thank you for coming, Chris. We've got to link up and do something.
Don't forget to say your prayers before you go to bed, Chris.
Hey, Chris, I don't blame you for leaving right now.
I said, don't forget to say your prayers before you go to bed.
I'll try not to.
Doorknob had it wouldn't last a month. It wouldn't last a month. I love Eric to death. He's one of my best friends. I would fucking suffocate him in his sleep.
I like
motherfucker snores so fucking loud that you can hear it through rooms.
Really?
I like the way Eric presents. He's great.
Yeah.
He's a great presenter.
And when he had Darth Dawkins on the phone line, wow, Darth just got so frustrated.
But when he's not doing the show, Eric's
very modern day debate for your earlier show.
I know, right? With Shannon Q. I know.
Yeah, I think that's still going. And last I checked, Darth Dawkins was actually calm in answering questions.
Just want to say something.
He realized he's deaf to nobody and nobody gives two flying fucks, so he started to reach out from Discord and conversations onto YouTube. He's like, I'm going to die in obscurity if I don't reach out, so he's starting to reach out.
Wait, is that actually Math Pig's like actual accent?
Yes, he's in Ireland.
That is amazing. Oh my god, just talk.
Just talk. What do you do, man? The negative one. Well, that was pretty cool. Oh.
Nope, he's gone.
His lights went out.
Wait, Andrew, did you watch that debate? Did you watch the Darth Dawkins Shannon Q debate?
What are you doing? What are you doing, lad?
I fucking love Irish accents. It reminds me of my family. I love my family in Ireland, even as religious as they are. I love them. They're the most warm, fucking loving people ever.
According to Math Pig, nobody actually says me Lucky Charms.
No, nobody actually fucking says that.
Math Pig, it says your devices are not connected, so I can't add you until that's happened. Hey, Germania, you're kind of late. Just want you guys to know, my friend Marty has a birthday today, and I'm supposed to be heading down there right about now.
Oh.
So,
happy birthday, Marty!
I will
I just want to ask Kyle real quick about the philosophy stuff. I've heard about the possibility of Socrates not being real and just being a figment of maybe Plato's imagination. Are you familiar with this claim?
No. I mean, I know that we don't have any writings from Socrates, that it's all Plato's writings about Socrates, right? I'm pretty sure that there are some contemporary parts, contemporary works like of Plato that also mention Socrates, that I think would make that pretty unlikely.
Okay.
But that is, I mean, like I wouldn't. I mean, if I am not aware of any research that suggests that.
Okay, so there's no actual solid research. It's just somebody's dream.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, it's possible because I mean, it is true that Socrates never wrote anything. Plato is all the, not all the record, but like Plato is mainly how we know about Socrates.
Right.
And that he was part of the school of Athens and Socrates was his teacher, et cetera. And then Aristotle was, Plato's student. And that's how we know about Socrates. So I personally would think that that's unlikely. But if the evidence came down and suggested that was the case, okay. Like, I don't think anything turns on whether or not Socrates really was a historical person or not. But I'm not aware of any evidence that. Yeah, I'm not aware of any evidence that suggests that.
Okay.
But apparently Socrates, like he was like old people today who are always opposed to new technology. Those kids on their damn phones. And
okay, boomer.
And Socrates was apparently opposed to like the new technology of the written word. That he didn't like. That's why he didn't write anything down. Because for Socrates to know something was to memorize it. To really know it, you had to memorize it. And if you could write stuff down, you didn't have to memorize it. You could just look it up later. And he was like, no, nobody's gonna really know anything anymore because they're just gonna write shit down and not like. So he was, anyway. But
that's fantastic. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Before I go, I'm going to give Mr. Andrew T a wrench. Because he asked so nicely.
Congratulations for that.
I'm like the Oprah with wrenches. I'm like, you get a wrench, and you get a wrench, and you get a wrench.
I'm just hoping you don't back sexual predators like she does.
Oh, no.
Oh, is she doing that now too? Oh.
Yeah, she's avoiding the Harvey Weinstein questions.
Jen's Little Corner, yes, you're welcome to jump into any of my streams.
Oh my God, come. If Jen's Little Corner comes next Saturday, I'm going to be here for it. Because we need 2 gens on
for sure. Yeah, we need double gens.
We need double gens. That's going to be the new term instead of double Ds these days in the atheist.
Double gens.
It'll be double J.
It'll be double gens.
Double J.
Double
J's.
And
double J's.
We're just going to so disappoint so many fucking incels with that one. We're just
I think that's okay.
So I don't know if anybody will find this interesting or not. This may be totally apropos or not apropos at all or whatever. But I'm thinking since Potato apparently, according to Neil, is drunk and Jen is drinking, this might be an interesting part of the conversion story. I don't drink at all. I'm a complete teetotaler.
Oh, I don't drink.
You can't come onto my channel, and Kyle. Sorry, I was going to ask you if you want to come onto my channel, but you can't come on now. You don't drink. Sorry, I'm Irish. You have to.
Yeah, you have to like potatoes, and you have to drink.
Sorry.
I should be a fucking co-host on that goddamn shit then. Fuck.
But Jen, I really want an interview with you. You're like Irish, but not from Ireland. Mm-hmm. You're like more aggressive than my
I'm New York Irish is what I am. I'm New York Irish and Italian.
No, people from America aren't Irish. Well, not even.
No, the fuck we're not. They get all crazy like I'm Irish. I'm like, bitch and everything else. I'm Irish on St. Patrick's Day, and I'm fucking Mexican on Cinco de Mayo, bitch. What? Is this what we're gonna fucking do?
You got to have her on, anyways.
Oh no, I need more powerful women. I've had like 70% men. I need more women on that shout and scream and go mad. It's
indeed.
I just want to do this show just to hear them.
So, Randolph, did you say that you don't drink?
That's right. I don't drink alcohol or liquor. Yeah.
Oh, I invited
Why is
Randolph on earlier, reversing my invitation. Sorry, Randolph, you just walked out there.
Okay, but let the drunk man speak first.
So why is that, Randolph? Why is that?
I'm no particular reason. I just haven't found that it tastes very good. I get about a glass of wine in total.
I will quote Game of Thrones here.
That's
You
about it.
don't drink it for the taste.
Yeah, that's right. It's the effect.
It's the effect.
Oh, okay.
It's wanting to wipe your memory of how shitty your fucking life is for
sometimes
3-4 hours is why.
I've got a pretty good life. I just like it. I like beer, and I like really good scotch. Those are my vices.
See, I'm a vodka chick.
Almost sounds like Brett
how it
Kavanaugh.
tastes, right? So, but mine's a direct result of my religious upbringing.
Yeah, I would imagine.
In Nazarenes, it's drinking is a sin. If you love Jesus, you don't do it. You avoid it at all costs. To me, it was the epitome of everything that was wrong or whatever. And I eventually came out of that, right? But by the time I did, it was so late in my life that I had no motivation to do it. And like Randolph, I just think it tastes like piss. I think all of it tastes horrible. And I've had people tell me
it tastes like urine, but I just don't like the taste of it.
Yeah,
I was a fucking
I've
Catholic.
never tasted urine, so I can't
I was
say.
a Catholic. We started drinking at 14 in church.
I'm just giving you a hard
I'm
time.
going to say 4.
Well, and so this is the funny part of it, right?
No,
So,
that's the Italian side, not so much the Catholic. Okay.
Yeah.
but I've had people.
It's an acquired taste, I've heard.
Yeah, right. But I've had people tell me, "Oh no, I'll fix you this drink," and it's got all the sugar and it's got all the other flavors in it or whatever, and you can't even taste the alcohol. It tastes like all of it tastes like cough syrup to me.
There's one I do enjoy the flavor of. There's one I do enjoy the flavor of. It's Manischewitz Concord grape.
Oh,
Yes,
dude, that's not really wine.
that's
It's
how I
basically
cut. That's where I
grape
cut
juice.
my teeth on because we had the Orthodox Jewish neighborhood.
Yeah.
I literally my introduction to Judaism was Manischewitz wine and fucking matzah
Be
bread.
careful with that stuff, Randolph, because the next thing you know, you're drooling all over the place and tripping over your tongue.
And eating gefilte fish and thinking it's a good
And
idea.
eating gefilte fish and thinking, I like gefilte fish. What's Jen's Twitter?
I couldn't.
Jen's Twitter is at Jen Dragon Queen.
Yep, and Jen's little corner. I just finished The Witcher this morning.
Nice handle.
I need more. I
know.
more Witcher.
Jen, I got to tell you, it's uncanny how much you and I have in common. Because
I
if
know.
I could have used the word dragon in my name, I would have too. My other YouTube channel, Saris13, Saris is the dragon of the element of air.
Of the element of air.
Yeah.
It started as a joke with Game of Thrones because I was short and had I had really long blonde hair at the time. And they were like, she will literally burn anyone to the ground, and she's from a once great political family. Holy shit, Jen's the actual living, breathing like dragon queen.
Daenerys, nice.
I'm like, no, and then I was like, and then I saw what happened in the show, and I'm like, no, I'm like that bitch. I'm like that bitch from the Dance of Dragons. We'll move over.
Yeah.
Look at that way. But right. I know Neil has to get out of here.
I know. Yeah, I do.
Happy birthday to your friend.
Because he has real life friends. He has in real life friends, which we don't know what those
I have many friends. I'm pretty good.
So
I got good people around me, virtually and IRL. So, and Kyle, I'm honored to count you among them now.
Oh, thanks, Neil. Me too. Thanks for having me on, and the after party was fun, and the show was great.
Yeah, people are raving about it already. I've noticed. So.
Oh, great. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks so much.
It was. I was able to pop in and out. It was really good. It was
thanks,
really,
Jen.
really good.
Make sure that the Friendly Atheist gets my contact info and stuff, and I'd love to go on there too. That'd be great. And
the Daily Atheist.
Jen's missing another meme there.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daily Atheist.
Hemet Meta is the Friendly Atheist.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Jen missed the meme, I think.
Jen missed the meme? Oh.
Yeah, I think she was looking down.
I missed the meme. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
The serpent.
As a former Catholic, this makes me so happy right now. Yay!
All right. And on that note,
I'll send that to you as well, Jen.
Please.
Look in Neil's chat.
Please.
All right.
I will.
All right, folks, calm down. And on that note, I'm going to bring this one to a close.
Friend, Neil.
Yes, you said that already. I got
it. And I haven't even been drinking.
Who hasn't been drinking? Wait a minute. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this after party. I thought this was a lot of fun. Jen, I think you need to be a mainstay in my after parties. So
I think so too. I think So I think I'm gonna at least do some rotating Saturdays here when the child is occupied with ACA shows upstairs.
Gotcha. Oh, and Maya, I seen you with the Sia Neil. Maya, we need to talk because I'd love to have you on as a guest one day, if you're up for it. And until next time, guys, like I always say at the end of these things, like the late great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.